What is the breaker block? The most simple term is a entry pattern after a run on liquidity. The bearish breaker has to have had a run on liquidity. As you see there, it hits buy side liquidity. We're going to go through the bearish breaker block, the bullish breaker block, and then some examples in the charts, and then we will do a review. Step one to identifying the bearish breaker is to identify a liquidity pool. This will be an old high, which will be buy side liquidity. Step two, find the swing low before the liquidity. You can see it's outlined in red there. That is what you need to find for step two. Step three is you're going to identify the last down close candle in the swing low. And boom, now you found the bearish breaker block. That is the bearish breaker block. See, it doesn't need to be that hard or that complicated. Step one, find a run on liquidity. Step two, find the swing low. Step three, find the last down close candle in that swing low, and you have the bearish breaker block. Okay, that is going to be your resistance point. It should act as resistance, and that is where you're going to want to enter short. And then place your stop above the breaker block, preferably if there's a fair value gap on a lower time frame. And then use the swing low that formed before the retracement as a scale out target. Let's go on to the bullish breaker. Same thing, there must have been a run on liquidity for it to be a breaker block. The bullish breaker, identify liquidity pool. That is step one. This will be sell side liquidity. It will be an old low. It doesn't have to be equal lows, but I like equal lows better. Step two, find the swing high before the run on liquidity as seen there highlighted in green. That is the swing high that you're going to be looking inside of. Step three, identify the last up close candle in the swing high. Boom. Identify the bullish breaker. That is the bullish breaker. See, it does not need to be this complicated, guys. If you break it down into a process step by step, it becomes very easy. So now that is going to be your support. That is where you're going to want to enter the trade. And once you're in the trade, you're going to want to be targeting that first swing high that formed before the retracement, and then put your stop below the breaker block. Let's go ahead and look at some examples in the charts so you guys lock this in. I got together with Blue Nox to celebrate my 3,000 Twitter follows and 5,000 YouTube subscribers. I just want to thank you guys. I asked Blue Nox to get as low as I could. Obviously, they're not going to do it for free, but I got the 50K option in one account for only $15. That's for you guys. I just want to thank you guys. So enjoy. I appreciate you following me. Now let's go look at the examples in the charts. Here we are on ES on a 15-minute chart. I've found that with mitigation blocks, it is better to do it on a higher time frame, preferably the 15-minute and above. Step one, like I taught you guys earlier, is finding the run on liquidity. You had equal highs here and here, and then a run on the liquidity. Step two, you're going to find the swing low that formed. So that would be here. That is your swing low that formed. Comes down and runs. And then step three, find the last down close candle before the run on liquidity, which is right here. We're going to highlight that and drag it across in time. All right, now that we have our swing low found, our run on liquidity, and highlighted the down close candle, what opportunities did you have in this period of time? Right here, you had a dip into the breaker. So you could have gone short here. And there's your first short opportunity. And as you come over in time, this would have been your second short opportunity here. Boom. So personally, I would use these as a point of interest on higher time frames and enter on a 3-minute chart probably, or maybe a 1-minute chart depending on the price action. All right, let's find a bullish example. Okay, so in this consolidation here, there's actually quite a few examples of them. We're going to break them down quickly. Just for practice for myself, I'm actually better at finding the bearish ones. They stand out to me. They're more easily identifiable to me. So this will be good practice for me too. I think one of the problems that I have identifying them is that I want to use this high up here, but that's not the last swing high that formed before the run on liquidity. This is. I was looking for more examples, and I think the 15-minute chart might be the best time frame to find them on ES. I'm finding that they're more a discount relatively to price. So here we have the liquidity, and then price drops down, puts in a lower high, and then runs the liquidity. So step one's complete, find a run on liquidity, step one. Step two, we're gonna look for the last up close candle and a swing high before the run on liquidity. So it's right here. We're going to highlight the whole candle. After doing some testing, I found that the whole candle works better than just the closes of the candles. And then immediately here you see here you have an opportunity. That's probably your first opportunity there. That's a really good trade. And then it drops down again. Another really good trade. You know, let's say you enter on a touch of it. You're only risking, 5 points to make 30 points. That's pretty good risk. And then let's extend it in time because I don't see any other valid breaker blocks in here that offer a good opportunity. So price comes down, last up close candle before they run on this liquidity is all the way up here. That doesn't do you any good. I think when you look at these, you need to find ones that offer the discount. Let's look at it in terms of OTE. So from high to low, the breaker on this one is all the way up here. It's barely in a discount. That's not very good. But if you look at this one over here, from high to low, it's an extreme discount. So that's why this breaker right here is very good, because it's an extreme discount. Now that we know that, and know that we need to be looking for breakers that are in discount, I think it will help a lot. Because if you're choosing breakers like price comes up, drops down, takes out the liquidity here, from the high to there to here, this breaker is in a premium. It offers not a good opportunity for us on this time frame. So price is fractal, you got to keep that in mind. So on a different time frame, it might be different though. But another touch there, another touch there, every touch seems like a pretty good trade. Touch there, and then another touch there, and then if you keep going, you still get another touch there. Which this is probably a good breaker here, because you have the liquidity here, breaks it, and you could use this as a bullish breaker right here. Yeah, definitely, because then price comes down, dips into it, touches it to the tick, and then takes off. So what actually makes breaker blocks work so well? I think it's because, for one, you have a run on liquidity. That itself offers a great opportunity, which is turtle soup. And then on top of that, you have a built-in market structure shift, because price comes down, here's your breaker block, and then you have a market structure shift that happens right here. You're actually entering on a very safe, high probability entry, because it's the return back to the high here, which that's a breaker block. So in my eyes, that makes it a great trading strategy. It's kind of like an all-in-one built-in strategy for reversals, especially reversals that purge liquidity, because we all know that those offer the best risk versus reward setups. Funding has absolutely changed my life. It allowed me to quit my job. It allowed me to trade with capital that would allow me to provide for my family. If you're interested in funding, I have been in the funding game for a long time, and I have spent a lot of money and a lot of time trying out these different companies, and therefore I've created this site with the companies that I have verified. My website is verifiedfundingcompanies.com. If you come to my homepage here, you click up here, it will take you to the discount page. I update this every day. I believe I have the best discounts with the best companies there is. But Blue Knox actually got together with them to give you guys a special discount. It's a 50K account, option 1 for only $15, guys. I don't think you'll find a discount like that anywhere else. I just want to thank you guys, all the people that follow me on YouTube and Twitter. So this is me giving back to you guys. I couldn't get it for free, obviously, but they were willing to go down to 15. Use the code 50, or use the code King50K for that. It's for only option 1. It ends at the end of May. And then I also do one-on-one mentoring. If you guys are interested in that, I think I can really change you guys' trading for the good. But you come to the link, which I'll put in the description. You click on it. You can pick the time you want. You know, I have different days here, different times. I was offering earlier in the morning, so if you guys are interested in that, please let me know and I will open up the calendar for you to do that. So I have two different ones. I have the one-on-one that is a month long. You get 3 one-on-one sessions and access to me 24/7. Not 24/7, obviously I sleep, but whenever I'm awake, I will answer you and we'll just break down what's causing you problems, go through that. I'll teach you my trading strategies, and most of the people that I have done this with, after a few sessions, they're passing evals. You know, sometimes you just need someone to look at what you're doing and correct it and teach you. So I spent, 4 years of my life failing at trading. And I believe in 3 sessions, I can get you to where you're profitable and you understand what you need to do. And then I also just do single sessions as well, where for 1 hour we get on Zoom, and these are more of a targeted thing. Like I'll ask you some questions beforehand. You give me an idea what you need to learn or what your issue is, and we'll break that down. Or it's for like a specific concept. We go through that. A lot of people do these, and it seems to really help them. So I'll leave the link in the description.